What's going on? It's your boy Terry, and welcome to the Enlightened T Show. Please give this video, subscribe, like it for the algorithm, and please tell somebody who wants to get some value in their life, man, as I want to continue to grow this channel. Thank you, and let's get straight to the show. Listen, to all of the people that are about to get affected by Hurricane Milton, I understand a lot of y'all want to stay there, fight this hurricane. Some people can't fathom the fact that their homes are about to be destroyed. Cities, malls, stores, businesses. It's not worth your life at the end. They said this storm is about to be one of the worst ever, man. It's all the way to damn near a Category 5 hurricane. That's what they're saying. Some even say it could be up to a Category 6, which is catastrophical. Listen, it's not worth it. I get it. It's y'all home. Y'all breathe there, especially in the Gulf of Florida. That's all y'all know. I'm telling y'all, it's not worth it, man. Y'all need to get to shelter. Y'all need to go, if you have family outside of the state, please go there. As we already seen what Hurricane Helene has done to some of our greatest people here, man. It's so sad what's going on, and I just stay safe. I mean, already, because I've been looking at the updates on a daily. This is according to CNN. They say Hurricane Milton is now up to a Category 4, but expected to rebound to a Category 5 later today. Even though it is forecast to weaken before it makes its landfall, but it will double in the size. Listen, y'all. It's not worth it. It's not. I understand it ain't that many insurances down there. A lot of people don't have the home insurance, the natural disaster insurance, all of that stuff. But listen, your life is worth way more than that. It's going to be hard to rebound, and hopefully the government and FEMA, which we're going to talk about in a minute, will help y'all out. And it needs some of us to help out too. There are so many nonprofits that are dedicated specifically to help the survivors and the people affected by these hurricanes. Please go donate at any of them. Make sure they're legit, because you know there are some scammers out there. I know Donald Trump have one. I know Tulsi Gabbard have her own. It's so many other ones, but them the two that's fresh on my mind right now. So please, if y'all can donate to this cause, because it's about to be bad, man. I mean, we already saw Hurricane Helene has already took over 200 people's lives, and they're still trying to find people. Some people don't even have shelter still. They don't have food, water, all this essential stuff that they need to survive this, man. That's how bad this is. I know we got some great workers that's on the ground working to get these people out. And they now another hurricane about to come in this Hurricane Milton. Listen, these are some of the worst natural disasters ever. I remember when Hurricane Katrina happened. I was up in Detroit. You know, I was only a child at that. And the ramifications of it destroys so many homes. Even if you was to go down there to New Orleans, you can see how much of an effect that hurricane had on that city, man. It was, I mean, because I love New Orleans. It's houses that still wiped out, still like half the house because of Hurricane Katrina. So please, if y'all can, get out of there. It's not worth it. It's not. We can rebuild, and we going to be strong as a nation. I hate that this stuff happened, but just stay safe. I know Governor DeSantis, the Florida governor, has made some shelters available for people, and they've been preparing in numbers of ways. Please, just go, man. Just go. Man. And like, it's so bad out there, man. And how much water is just about to flood the Gulf of Florida. It's It's troublesome, man. It worries me. It worries me because we just saw Hurricane Helene. It worries me. And what worries me more is that this FEMA conversation has gotten so out of control. Now, FEMA is supposed to be for natural disasters, anything that happen, such as these hurricanes. Now, there has been saw that over $1 billion have been given to illegal immigrants. Now, they say that is separate from the original FEMA accounts that's for people with natural disasters. But my thing is, why are illegal immigrants getting over $1 billion to settle here in the first place? Even if it is a different account, why are they getting that? They're illegal immigrants for a reason. And I know people are going to say, oh, Trump did that in 2019. Trump used that to actually catch the people because ICE was too overloaded. That's what he used the FEMA funds for. He didn't use the funds to help illegal migrants get over here and settle. He actually used it to keep them out of here because he know how bad it is for illegal immigrants to come over here in one set of time. That's the difference. That's the difference in leadership. Now, Joe Biden has come out and said he's going to do whatever he can to give relief to the people that has been affected by first Hurricane Milton and now Hurricane Helene. So with that being said, why do we need Congress to pass to give more relief to the people that's affected by Hurricane Helene first and not Hurricane Milton for a natural disaster, when Joe Biden, without Congress, have gave billions of dollars to Ukraine just as a couple weeks ago? So why do you need Congress to pass this? You just gave $130 million to Lebanon. These are all facts. So the way all this stuff go with all these bipartisan bills, Congress need to pass this. This honestly sounds like some bullshit to me, because we got to help our people out first before we can help out the other country. If we are already in debt, trillions of dollars, you already gave billions to other people, other countries, but you can't even do that for your own. And I'm not saying Joe Biden not gonna do nothing, but to me, it shouldn't be a Congress should pass this, because now FEMA, the Homeland Security, said they need to pass this before December because they are already about to run out of money. They don't have the funds to fund both of these disasters for the whole hurricane season. So now they need them to pass this bill in December. So my thing is, the White House has came out and tried to slam Donald Trump for saying FEMA spent all that money on the illegal migrants, which technically they didn't spend that specific money that accounts for natural disaster, but you did spend it on a separate account. That is the facts. So all of this, it's so much dysfunction in the White House right now, they can't even get on one accord. This is what I'm talking about. Like, people are scared. Do y'all know it's people in North Carolina right now who said they got denied FEMA funds because of whatever? Because I already knew it's going to take a while for FEMA to even get to people. And $750 ain't shit. Let's get that understood. And it's going to take people because it's already hard to get funds just for regular government assistance stuff. And a lot of people don't have no cell phones. And a lot of people don't have internet. It's all type of stuff that's going on. And there's so many people discouraged about it. I mean, I seen video after video of people discouraged about this administration. Some even said Trump got to be back in office. That's how bad it is. When we already have a president right now in office and they calling for Trump. Like, what is $750 really going to do? Like, for real. This is absolutely just, this is trash is what's going on, man. I ain't never seen a lot of incompetence in my life right now. Cause I'm letting y'all know right now, Joe Biden was on the beach having him a good old time when Hurricane Helene hit. But I'm telling y'all, if that was Trump though, it would have, when I tell y'all the narrative would have been so different. And this is why I say the narrative is different when it becomes to Democrats and Republicans, specifically Donald Trump and whoever else he faced, because it's so many people that just don't like Donald Trump. They just don't like him. Some rhetoric, yeah, I can see what y'all say, but it's also some rhetoric that Democrats have been coming out with. And it just amazes me how people are not offended by Joe Biden being on the beach. This should have been first. This hurricane relief, this should have been first. We don't got time to give millions and billions to other countries right now. We don't have that time right now. And where's the money even coming from? Because we already spent trillions of dollars already within this administration. So eventually, we keep running this national deficit up, we're going to have to pay some crazy taxes in the near future. I'm talking about generations to come. Probably my generation is going to be probably one of the first ones to get hit hard because I'm only 30. So I can only imagine 20 years from now, we're probably going to get hit crazy. This is fucking crazy. This is crazy. This is crazy. And then, y'all know who Karine Jean-Pierre is? She is the person who be coming to the White House speaking on behalf of them. Now, let me tell y'all how stupid this administration is. I'm about to tell y'all. So, White House Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre sparred with the Fox News correspondent Peter Dosey during Monday's daily briefing. You know they have a daily briefing every Monday on what's going on in the White House, anything that's related to the hurricanes. People have questions, whatever the case might be, right? So this is what she said. I quote, this is what Dosey said. If he got money for people in Lebanon right now, without Congress having to come back and approve it, what does it say about his values if there is enough money for people in North Carolina? This is what Jean-Pierre said. His values, that's not misinformation. This is exactly what she said. Hold on. Because I want to be playing the videos, but due to copyrights, I be trying not to play certain videos no more. Because I ain't got time to be getting sued and things of that nature. This is what she said. No, the way you're asking me the question is misinformation. There is money we are allocating to the impacted area, and there's money there to help people who truly need it. There are survivors who need the funding. This is what Dosey said. You can't call a question you don't like misinformation. And then here she go. As she said, we have the money available to help survivors of Hurricane Helene and Hurricane Milton. Jean-Pierre said, this is according to the Daily Beast. Now there's going to be a shortfall, right? Because we don't know how bad Hurricane Milton is going to be. So we're going to need additional funding. How do y'all have funding? This is the incompetence of these people, man. How do y'all have the funding, Miss Jean-Pierre, the White House secretary, but then you said y'all need additional funding for the hurricanes, Milton and Hurricane Helene? So which one is it? You say you allocating money to these natural disasters, but you also say y'all gonna have a shortfall. Do y'all hear the incompetence of these people when the actual person, the head of Homeland Security of FEMA, said they don't have enough money for this season? I'm telling y'all, this administration has been a disaster. This has been a fucking disaster, dog. The incompetence. Oh my. I damn near could go in there and just tell people what they need to know. If y'all want to be lied to, put me up there. I'll lie to y'all all day. And I'm going to do it with a smile because I already know she up there in her suit almost look too big for her. Like, this shit is just crazy, man. This shit is crazy. The incompetence of this administration. For anybody that say this administration has done more good than harm, I'm over it. I'm over it. Please don't even sit down and try to explain it to me. Inflation is up. Affordability is at the highest it ever been. So, yeah. Okay. I want to talk about Kamala Harris sit down for the 60-minute interview. This woman, this is probably one of the first interviews, and they ain't even dropped the full length interview yet. It still have a lot of editing. You can tell they edit the shit out these little clips that we do have. And you can tell when she was answering certain questions that she was answering some bullshit because you can tell how edited it is. The first question they asked was about immigration. That was the first question. This is what the question. It's a long-standing problem and solutions at our hand. And from day one, literally, we have been offering solutions here and said about the immigration bill, right? And she tried to sit there and say that they had a border bill since 2021, which is false. Then they tried to say now immigration is at its lowest at the borders. But he asked her, why did it take to now in order to have this slow of immigration coming into this country? Then she's going to talk about this bill that Congress didn't pass because Donald Trump called up his buddies, or the House, I should say, called up his buddies and told them to kill the bill. But y'all still don't have a bill right now per se. And it's still, y'all don't have that many crossings. So y'all could have been did something without that bill. Y'all wanted to implement a lot of other things in that bill, like giving more money to Ukraine, like giving more money to other countries. All of that stuff y'all tried to put in as a bipartisan deal. And he even said in this interview, the interviewer said it was already people in Congress that wasn't going to pass it anyway, even without Donald Trump calling up his buddies. So come on now, man. When are we going to really be for real, bro? They wanted this flood of people to come in to get cheap labor to also build up some of the stuff that necessarily Americans didn't want to do. You know, a lot of Americans don't want to do the jobs that we do now. So I get it, but you letting all these people in, you letting gang members in, you letting all these other freaking people who don't like us, who's on the national top 10 list of terrorists of this country. Like, do y'all know right now the market of death is doing gun deals again with Iran? I hope y'all ain't forget about the market of death. You know that same guy that we traded for Brittany Griner. Brittany Griner. We traded a WNBA player for the market of death, and he's doing exactly what he was doing before he even got caught, which is dealing guns to all these terrorist groups. I'm just you can't make this up, dog. Like, if I swear to God, if we was in any other country, if we look at the United States, dog, we're going to be laughing. I know they laughing at us right now. Look like a show. In this same interview, the interviewer asked her, if you went to tell Governor Zelensky about the attack that Russia was about to do against Ukraine, and then Ukraine still attacked them, you also went to go have a ceasefire with Israel and Gaza, and they still attack Israel. Do that show the weakness of this administration? And you know what she said? We are so strong. We just tried to warn them and all that. Why did they still do it? If this administration was so strong and the mother countries knew not to step in and do whatever. Now with the Israel guys and stuff, that's different. I don't know how different that would happen if Trump was in office. But I truly feel, and Trump was in office, that Russia and Ukraine war, I think that would have never started. I think Russia only did it because he was looked at this administration was like, hey, y'all weak over there. Y'all ain't about to do nothing. It was about to take over Ukraine. Now, I didn't know. I forgot Ukraine is not in NATO. And in this same interview, he asked her, would she try to include Ukraine in NATO? And you know she gonna say, oh, if it comes down to it, we have to have that discussion and all that. But I didn't know they wasn't in NATO. And I looked at NATO, and it astonished me that we gave this country when I say over hundreds of billions of dollars, over hundreds of billions of dollars. Shoot, they ain't even give that much money to Hawaii when they had them volcanoes and stuff down there in Maui. Now, some of them built it up, but it's a lot of stuff that I'm going to have to look into that Maui, Hawaii situation, because I heard a lot of people went down there and cleaned up, which unfortunately in these hurricanes that's about to happen right now, it's about to be a lot of investors that's about to clean up down there and buy up a lot of land. It's fucked up to say that's exactly what's about to happen. That's exactly what was about to happen. But yeah, man, she just don't get it. Oh yeah. Another interview he asked her about the economy. This is what she said when he asked her about how are you going to make the $6,000 child tax credit, the $25,000 housing credit, and the $50,000 business tax reduction. How are you going to afford all of these policies, right? And she said she's going to tax the richest people in this country, right, who can afford it so they can pay their fair share of taxes. That's something she's been saying. She said it's not right that teachers, nurses, and firefighters are paying a higher tax rate than billionaires and the biggest corporations, he said. He said, we are in the real world. Do you know Congress may not pass that? That is a definite thing that can definitely happen because she don't have the power of Congress. There are more Republicans in Congress than there are Democrats. So how can you pass this bill? And what's so funny is Democrats act like they don't have a lot of billionaires backing them. So what, you gonna tax them too? So if you don't get this passed through Congress, how are you going to say that your $3 trillion budget plan for the economy over the next administration, if she's in, how are you going to pay for it? And they just have to do it. Congress don't have to do nothing they don't want to do. What are you talking about? Like this, y'all have to go look at this interview for your own. It's so many stuff. He also asked, how has this administration fared to the past administration when people can't afford it and all that? And of course, she got to saying all the bullshit. Oh, we have this, we have that. We have a record number of unemployment at 4.1%. We have the strongest economy, but people still can't afford it. They can't afford it. I don't care how many. And I'm trying to figure out How's it 4.1? Where I live in Detroit, I'm seeing a lot of layoffs, especially in the auto industry, which I'm going to talk about later. Y'all just got to listen to it for yourself. If you have time, go look up this 60-minute interview with Kamala Harris. It's a disaster. This is a disaster waiting to happen. A disaster. She keeps saying she's going to tax the rich. That's not about to happen. She keeps saying they got to pay their fair share. That's not about to happen. She keeps saying this economy is strong. How when people can't afford it? You keep saying you want to help the auto industry and all the union members, but then you want to put out this new green deal that's going to make these companies convert to EVs, which is going to cut a lot of jobs in the first place. Yes, you brought up the CHIPS Act. Well, Biden brought the CHIPS Act. Well, it's really y'all because y'all got the same policies. I mean, if you look at her economic plan, it's the same thing as Biden's. It's nothing different. So with that being said, it's going to be a lot of job losses. The CHIPS Act, that was good. That was real good. I gave her that. It didn't make $200,000 jobs though, but it was close to it, about 170, something like that. It was close to it. Prices still up. Y'all trying to do unrealized gains taxes, which the billionaires not about to go for that, and that's going to hurt people like me who actually trying to invest in stocks, EFTs, and stuff like that. $25,000 for first-time home buyers. Well, they only going to add that to their housing price. This is all stuff that we're all in the real world, y'all. Some of this stuff may not happen. She needs to answer these questions. Quit avoiding every question. The little bit of pushback she got on that, she just, I mean, she was just here in Michigan and her freaking teleprompter read off. And you could tell her teleprompter read off because she was just stuck in looking just crazy. She can't answer scripted questions, man. She can't answer them without having teleprompter or script. Listen, I ain't saying Donald Trump is the best at all. I know if he was to raise tariffs all the way around 20%, it is going to have increased prices. But to me, this is me, I believe Trump know that. And he trying to use this as a bargaining tool against the other countries and bring back a lot of jobs over here. That's just mine. So we're going to see, though. We're going to see. Brandon Johnson. Y'all know who Brandon Johnson is? Chicago. It's so bad. I had to write out. I wrote out all of this stuff about Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson. I did my complete homework on this man. Let's talk about it. Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson. Do y'all know he already has a budget deficit of $982 million, damn near $1 billion for the past year? Y'all know that, right? Also, do y'all know that next year they're also going to be in another deficit around that same price point, right? Chicago deficit was $1.8 billion. $1.8 billion for the past for 2023, which brought the total debt to $37.2 billion. He spent $300 million on illegal immigrants, right? Then he tried to say he saved $100 million of it through this special program. Why are illegal immigrants in Chicago getting all of these benefits when we know you're going to have to raise taxes, at least property taxes, on the people? But we're going to talk about that 3% tax that he's trying to have on all millionaires. That's not about to happen. Well, at least the state of Illinois. That's not about to happen. Or it might. He spent $129 million in overtime for the first 6 months for Chicago Police Department of this year. Now he's not spending as much, and he got rid of shot spotter, where they can locate where people are shooting and stuff. He took that away. He took that program away, right, to save some money, right? He cut a lot of costs when it comes to certain departments, including the police department. Do y'all know that this man, right, he been going back and forth on this Chicago school board as he's trying to get the head committee man to resign because he's trying to get the teachers union a 7% raise or something of that nature. And the reason he's trying to do that because he was a teacher himself from that same union. And you want to know what he's trying to do? He's trying to get, like I said, the chief of the school board to resign because he wants to pass this $300 million loan to give to his teachers union. But the head of school director said that this is not fiscally responsible for them to do that because their budget is already at an all-time high. So 7 of the school board members resigned. What was that, last week? Now they put 7 new people. No, it wasn't 7. I think he added more to the people, if I'm not mistaken. I think he added 7 of his own people that he elected to the school board committee. These people are so dirty. If you know that you have a budget deficit of damn near $1 billion, why are you trying to take out a $300 million loan to pay your teachers union if you know that next year is going to bring the cost to that loan $600 million and put the rest of the people in Chicago in more debt, which means you're going to have to raise property taxes and all that on everybody. But you spent damn near $300 million on illegal migrants. And then you want to talk to the people and say, well, we need to put this $300 million to the teachers union because we need to invest in education. We need to invest in these teachers that's been doing this amazing job and all that. So why did you give $300 million to the illegal migrants? And then you want to use the race card and say about all these other mayors and governments who was stealing the money, who was giving away the money to their buddies and all that. You're doing the same thing with this teachers union. And I'm pro-teacher. But if I know it is fiscally irresponsible to give the teachers union this money, why would I agree to that if it's going to hurt the people already there that live in that city of Chicago? Why would you do that? Because you want to help your people. You see, you only want to help your people and help the cause of this illegal migrants that Democrats have been so far on about this situation. That's what got Eric Adams messed up there because he's trying to go against this in real life. Y'all really want to talk about it, but I don't have proof of that yet, but I'm pretty sure it's going to come out. Brandon Johnson is the epitome of how when you vote for a person strictly on identity politics, this is what happens. Now, Chicago, y'all have this $1 billion deficit. Y'all got $300 million of that that's been spent on illegal migrants, even though he said he saved $100 million of that. Now he's trying to get this teacher union $300 million to give to all the teachers and put it towards the schools and all that, which we know that is fiscally irresponsible to do because that's only going to grow the budget even greater. Because it already said if you take out this $300 million loan, it's going to be $600 million by the end of this term, and you have no way of paying this. But what I say, doing the property taxes and raising them all the way high. But Chicago, y'all kind of deserve this because this is what happens when you vote the wrong way. And this is what happened when y'all say y'all vote don't count. Nah, y'all going to see the ramifications of y'all decisions. And no, I feel sorry for some, but a lot of them, nope. Because y'all wanted Brandon Johnson in there because Lori Lightfoot wasn't the best candidate that y'all said. So now, this is what happens. Detroit, we already went through it. Nah, Chicago, it's your turn. You see how you just play yourself all the time? Y'all better stop voting for people that just look like you and see if they really for you. Brandon Johnson is fucking terrible. And what make it so bad, there are so many nonprofits that benefits them. Them are his friends, them are his buddies, and these nonprofits that made a lot of money off of the illegal migrants. And he got the audacity to ask Cook County and offer them $20 million to see if they want to help with illegal migrants and help people get placed in their homes. What? I'm done with Brandon Johnson. Brandon Johnson is corrupt. Brandon Johnson is the epitome of, if you vote for somebody that specifically just look like you or that was in a teachers union, they're going to be for you. Nope. This man, I can't wait to make a lot of money off of talking about people on a daily basis. I can't wait. And now, Illinois residents will vote on a 3% tax for millionaires in November. The governor said the tax could generate $4.5 billion annually and alleviate high property taxes. Why do y'all always want to reward people that's not doing right with their own money, but y'all want to raise the taxes on the rich who, y'all know how hard it is to really make $1 million? It's already hard to make six figures. Can you imagine making $1 million and you want to tax them? Now, I'm all for helping my people and all that, but I'm also for, hey, that man money is that man money. That woman money, that's her money. If they out here making money, they shouldn't be freaking getting taxed to death because they're doing the right thing and creating probably more jobs for other people. And you want to raise the taxes on them because y'all can't budget y'all own. Honestly, man, you know, this is, I think this is going to pass because there's going to be a lot of people who are not making $1 million who are going to say, okay, yeah, we're going to vote for that because we don't want our property taxes to go. And then they still going to raise property taxes on y'all. They still going to raise property taxes on y'all. Shoot, Cook County already, I think their property taxes are like, they raised theirs through the roof in Illinois. Jesus Christ. It's bad out there in Illinois, man. It's real bad. That's crazy. It's almost like they don't want you to be rich. It's like the richer you go, it's always going to be some type of way they trying to make it feel bad on the people who are millionaires and billionaires. Some may even be a trillionaire. That if the more money you make, the more taxes you got to pay. Like, I thought this was capitalism. But maybe this is capitalism. You know, y'all want to tax the rich and all that to fund whatever y'all want to fund. Maybe that is. Oh, yeah. The poor strike, right? They had like a 3-4 day strike or whatever against the dock workers and the longshoremen. That was fear that their job would get replaced by automation and they want higher wages. Well, they're not on strike no more, which is a good thing. You feel me? Because I was a little worried for a minute. I was like, oh, man, is eggs going to get higher? You know, certain little fruits and stuff. You know, I really don't care for bananas. I eat them, but that ain't something I just need a banana. Nah, not for real. So, yeah. It's crazy, man. This is just crazy what's going on. It's crazy. It's crazy. So they don't have technically a official. Okay, let me bring this back. They went on strike originally to see if they can stop this automation and they could get higher wages for, working through them conditions, especially during the COVID. Which I'm for. I didn't think they were going to get 77%, but I think they got a 62% increase. But it's only for a certain time agreement. You feel me? They just extended the talks to January 15th. That don't mean that they have their tentative deal already. Which means I think the January 15th mark, I think the government stepped in some type of way, because that's very convenient that that's around the same time that the next president will be in the White House around that time. I'm going to look at that real carefully. And then this viral picture that went around about the longshoreman president or whatever, about his crib. And I don't know if that's his official crib or not, but it looked like a beautiful crib, multiple garage doors and all that, and everybody up here saying he want them to go on strike, and he up here making like $800K from that job, and he live in his big old mansion. And I'm just like, why do it matter? He probably got some businesses outside of his regular work. He probably invest in some stocks. He probably do some other things outside that make him that rich. Why do it even matter? If that man want to spend his money on certain stuff, let him spend his money. I just don't get certain people, man. That y'all just be whack to me sometimes. So whack. Quit counting other motherfucking money. Like, people can have other jobs to do other things outside of what they normally do in a 9 to 5 and get richer and provide for their family and do more. Like, y'all know that can happen, right? I'm not sure. Some people I just can't deal with no more. I just can't deal with it no more. It's crazy. It's flat out crazy. But that's the update with the poor strike. So it's a couple things I want to talk about. I feel like with a lot of these strikes, especially in the big three right now, like these potential strikes, especially at Stellantis. Let's just get one thing understood. Stellantis is going down. Like, bad. Like, real bad. Do y'all know Stellantis filed some new lawsuits against the United Auto Workers Union, UAW? Because they keep saying that, I don't know if y'all know I'm from Detroit. So up here, there are some possible striking going on and stuff like that, especially in the Sterling Heights area on 16 and Van Dyke at that plant. And Stellantis is saying they're not in their right to do that because they have to allocate certain monies in order to pay certain workers and things of that nature. And if these products are not making money, they have to redirect some money in order to do some of these promises that they said they were going to keep, especially that plant in Belvedere where they're supposed to reopen that plant to put, I forgot, it was the Jeep something. I want to say it was the Jeep Compass or something, but now the Jeep Compass is about to go to freaking Italy, I want to say. So that's work that's going overseas again. But this current administration is saying, oh, they bringing a lot of jobs over here. It's about to be so many goddamn jobs to go overseas because it's just much cheaper to do it over there and put it through over here. It's just cheaper. And think about it. They filed lawsuits against 23 local units. 23 of them. This about to get so nasty. I keep telling y'all, all this EV they be trying to push ain't gonna be good for you at the end. I keep telling y'all that. This Green New Deal, all right, it's about to be a lot of people getting disappropriated in this brand new Green Deal. It's about to be a lot of people losing jobs. That's just in my estimate. because you don't need that many people to actually make an electric vehicle. You really don't. And if they put automation and robots in a lot of these plants, it's really a wrap. Because right now, our fight is against BYD, the Chinese automaker who are making these incredible EVs over there. And once they come over here to the United States, it's over. There's nothing nobody can do. Nothing nobody can do. I mean, that guy even strikes at the GM plant. What is that, in Indiana? Yeah. I guess the chairman over there said they plan to strike because GM is about to let go 250 of its part-time temporary members. You know, they make the GM Sierra trucks and Silverados. But it's like, hey, man, they're going in a different direction. They don't need all them people. I'm just trying to figure out, if UAW got this new deal, how is it that they can't save a lot of these jobs? I just don't get it. But there's so much language in these contracts that the big three can get away with a lot of stuff, which they still have to pay. Like, I think at the people at Stellantis, they still paying like 73% of their pay, and they still have all their health benefits while they are laid off. So they ain't like they ain't making no money, but they ain't making no money when it comes to the overtime and stuff. I say that much. I'm gonna keep y'all focused on that. I'm gonna let y'all know what's really going on, because Dodge is already down. Like, their quarter three is like 20%. Ram is like at 23%. They have been losing money for damn near a year now. For damn near a year, they just been losing a ton of money. They're not nowhere near profitable, and they about to bring out that electric charger next year. I just want to see the backlash from that, because I know people about to be outraged, especially the diehard Dodge Charger fans that love to hear that V8 rumble. Okay. Last thing I want to leave y'all is where 7 people face felony charges in double voting incident in St. Clair Shores, Michigan. St. Clair Shores is a little suburb of Detroit, right outside in the Metro Detroit area, where so people send in their absentee vote. If y'all don't know what an absentee vote is, a vote that when they send it to y'all and y'all supposed to mail it back. It's a mail-in vote. Then they went to the actual polls to actually vote on our local government, where, like, you know, who's going to be the Senate and stuff like that. And then they got caught trying to vote twice. And you already know Trump was already like, they was doing a lot of voter fraud up here in Michigan. Now this happened, which I don't think that was the case back then, but who knows? But yeah, so a lot of them are facing felony charges, and I ain't know them are some high felony charges. We're talking about 5 years for one count, 4 years for another. I mean, these people 68, 56, 44, 62. Y'all facing down there 9 to 10 years just because you want to vote twice. And then the people that work at the actual polls, they facing felony counts too, because they knew they already had that absentee vote and they still allowed them to go vote. And it's, hey man, just do right. You listen, if your candidate don't get voted in, your candidate just don't get voted in. Okay? It's okay. It's okay. A loss is a loss. I understand Trump took it hard. You feel me? Just like some other people that took it hard when they lost. Do y'all know how many freaking candidates that said like, oh, they feel like the count for when it comes to who won the presidency and all that? Like, it's so many. Just about to Al Gore to Hillary Clinton. I think I'm going to do a whole thing for Hillary Clinton because I'm tired of this woman. I'm not going to lie. I ain't voted in 2016 for neither Trump or Hillary. I didn't believe in Trump at all around that time. I definitely wasn't about to vote for fucking Hillary. Is y'all crazy? Please. But yeah, I think I'm gonna have to do a whole segment for Hillary because she been popping off, and she the last person to say any goddamn thing. Anything. Still talking about she won that freaking election. Stop. No, you didn't. All right. Before I totally end this show, I want to talk about the DDG and Halle situation. Listen, DDG and Halle breakup is the typical thing that you see every day. You see people have babies and they break up. You see people have babies. We all go to the baby showers. We celebrate them. We celebrate the woman. We celebrate this union, and they never get married. This is a typical relationship in the United States. Let's just be for real. Y'all blew this so out of proportion. Like, come on now. We seen toxic relationships all the time. Y'all don't require a man to have no type of, oh yeah, we need to marry you. We need to make sure this is good for you. Y'all don't set no barriers for that. So when y'all allow us men to get y'all pregnant and then have y'all as single baby mamas, a lot of that be on y'all. I'm just be flat out. I mean, DDG probably is a good dad, but come on now. It's some things that he was in his relationship. I'm like, man, come on now. I mean, he was trying to scare Halle and had her kind of naked in some type of live or whatever. I mean, come on now. That's very disrespectful. Like I said, that's your average relationship. We promote baby mama, baby daddy. We don't promote no marriage. I know people that's in a relationship right now that been together for damn near 20 years, ain't never been married. That's what we want. So it is what it is. I see DDG going on podcast saying if it was his younger self, he'll tell his younger self not to be in a relationship and all that. And that just tell you the mindset of people out here. People just want to slut it out. People want to have sex. People want to make babies, but not want to bring all the family into it. You got fathers not requiring these other guys, even though it's her decision to whoever she mess with, but don't even be in that process at all, and then be mad when she have a kid and then she got to raise this kid by herself. Not saying that's Halle situation, but it's a lot of y'all female situations though. It is what it is, man. Typical toxic relationship. Just like Cardi B and Offset. Typical toxic relationship. Now they saying by DJ Academic that Cardi B got smashed by Stephon Diggs, the Houston wide receiver. And I'm here to tell y'all it's a lot of pregnant chicks who got smashed by other different dudes. It is what it is. I mean, Offset been smashing a lot of chicks, you know, this is no rumor, this is nothing new. She always gave him another chance. This was that before they even got married. So she already knew. She liked that toxic shit. They were just spotted together, I think, the other day or something like that. This regular shit you see in the hood. Shoot, there's some people that fight each other and they oh, I'm done with you and all that. Then the next day you see them at the next family function. I mean, come on now. Y'all act like this is something new. They're just celebrities. Shoot, some of y'all mamas, some of y'all aunties, some of y'all own sisters and stuff be second, third girlfriends to a dude. Or they might be the main chick and she know he out here smashing other dudes, but she ain't gonna leave him. So it is what it is with that situation. If y'all like this, please hit that like button, subscribe, share with your friends, family members. I don't even care if it's your bottom chick, if it's your bottom dude, if it's your secret. I don't care. I just want to give people my analysis on certain things and give you my perspective on it. And with that, it might be some news that you're not even accustomed to hearing at that. And then I might give you a different perspective on it. Because at the end of the day, we got to take accountability in all of our choices. That's it. I love y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in like y'all always do on an everyday basis. Like I said, every Tuesday I'll be posting. And I'm just going to build upon that, okay? So y'all have a good rest of the day.